So I'm scaling. Oh wow, we're basically using half the CPU usage now. Oh my god, my computer works while streaming. Miracle. Let's see how we're doing. It's so blurry. It's so blurry. Sorry, that's probably very confusing to watch. I'm gonna put that on another monitor. Oh, now my computer's running pretty slow. Okay. Hey, it's actually a little better. Let's just see. I just went to 720p instead. So just I hope that, you know, we can find something that works good enough quality, but my computer doesn't have to. Is it better? Wow, you already noticed the difference? Okay. My computer's kind of screwed up right now because I'm doing some things, but already noticed the difference? Okay. Now you can hear me talking too. Mute myself. All right, cool. All right, and it still looks good on Twitch. All right. Wait, hold on. There we go. Oh, what a relief. I'm gonna even lower this a little more. Cool. Just wanted to make sure. All right. Where did we leave off? Yeah, that's right. We were gonna test the nation generation systems, or the generate nation systems method. You want to ensure when a nation is created, an associated technology record is also automatically created. This can be done using RSpec and FactoryBot, which is what we're using. So in our nation's spec, in our factories, oh, we don't even have a factories folder. We just have a factories file. Okay, whatever, it's fine. FactoryBot define factory nation do. Factory define factory technology. Interesting. Factory technology do association nation. I think we just have to do that. RSpec test, write a test in your nation spec to check that that is a thing. Describe after create. Describe class. And make sure that the nation is valid and that it belongs to a user. And then we're going to get over here after create, generates associated technology systems. Hey, let's see if that works. We're going to do, first we're going to do our nation spec. Undefined method create. Generates associated technology system. Yeah, it doesn't like this create thing, which is supposed to work all the time, I guess, or it's supposed to be standard to some degree. Right here. Why wouldn't create? Why doesn't this work? Maybe I should actually look into that, you know. I just paste the error message into ChatGPT with no context. I don't even tell it. I've gotten so lazy at working with ChatGPT. FactoryBot is in fact installed. Okay. We've been using Rails helper to do this, so let's just make sure. Dude, stop scrolling. Okay. Config include FactoryBot syntax methods. That should save us some headaches. We will restart the server because we made a config file change. And it should actually work now. Or at least we won't see that error again, hopefully. I could also have my factories improperly configured. Stack level too deep. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That is a good point. I don't know what's going on here. I have an idea. And in general, it's calling set default values. It's in a loop. That's when we create a technology, we set default values right here. But we only should do that. Excuse me. Wait, we should only do that before creating the technology. And that's probably the problem. We have it in the before create. No. Oh, did I call this twice? I think I called this method twice. I did. Wait, did I? No. That would have been an easy fix. I thought I called that twice. No worries. Don't panic yet. Well, one thing we know for sure is that, yeah, let's first not call this and run this. So that won't be called. All right, so that's successful. When a nation is created, it also creates a technology model. Okay. Let's go back to our technology spec. And in here, we want to see that set default values is working. This should be okay. I don't know. Let's run this test and see what happens. Yeah, so that method is not running. I'm gonna put this over off screen for a second. In our technology, if we re-enable this, do we get the same error? Yes, we do. So I think the before create is the problem here. Help me. Yes, it's an infinite loop. I want to know why we have a recursive callback and where that recursive callback is. Whoa. Ah. Oh, duh. Because we're calling update and before create. And before, we weren't calling update, we were just setting attributes. Yeah. Alternative approach. To avoid potential recursion, consider simplifying the method or changing the approach. For example, you might use after initialize. Oh, that's cool. I've needed to use that in the past and didn't even know that was an option. So instead of before create, we're going to say after initialize set default values if new record. Yes. Yes, if a new record. Oh, let's see what that does. Wow. That actually passed the test. What? I'm just going to test everything. We're kind of doing two things here at the same time. We have to update our model tests, our nation model tests, and our trade model tests, because they're so interlinked together the way the game is built that we're kind of doing it side by side, like nation technology, nation technology, kind of building up like that. Wow, cool. So now we can go back and, so firstly of all, as we add more models that are the alternate nation systems, the additional nation systems, so like military, blah blah blah, everything else. Now we know how to very simply test for that in our nation spec. Basically, after create, generates associated technology systems, and we might even update this to generates nation dependent systems. Now, the one thing we do also have to test is after destroy. We want to make sure that I'm going to comment that out for a second. We want to make sure that it destroys the associated technology system. Cool. Why does it auto scroll? It did not used to do that. We changed our encoding settings, and given 5 minutes, we're right back where we started on the encoder settings. Okay. After destroy, it destroys associated technology systems. We're going to create a nation. Then we're going to, I guess, do that. Okay. Cool. Wasn't 7 example 1, 2, 3? Hold on a second. It 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. In the future, what we'll do well, in the future, this will check all dependent systems, and we'll just check them all rather than having a bunch of different describe blocks. So this part of the nation test now is successfully tests our dependent relationship, so that when we create a nation, technology is created, and when we destroy that nation, it's deleted. And we'll make sure that's holds true for all systems that belong to the nation that we add in the future. The other thing we did was we began testing technology. First of all, we just tested that default values is the default values are set. So I want to make some commits. I know we just did this, but I'm going to go ahead and run the test as a whole, make sure everything's passing, and then we're going to make a couple of commits for specific parts of the code here. All right. So we have nation, factories, models, Rails helper. The first thing we have is our Rails helper. And in there, we included factory bot syntax. I'm just going to make that its own separate commit. Include factory bot syntax methods in Rails helper. Okay, next we're going to add the maybe we could do this all in one. Generate technology model test nation dependent association to tech test generate. I don't like that commit message too long. Gen technology test relationship to nation. And what did we actually test in the technology spec? Test set default values. Cool. All right. Now we could write the rest of our technology spec tests. So our first test was default values. Let's just copy pasta the rest of this stuff here. The next test is we're going to test our research in progress. We're going to let technology be technology. Okay. When research is in progress, before technology update research duration 10 minutes from now, it returns true. When research is not in progress, 10 minutes ago, nice. This stupid iTerm program. R spec models, where are we? Tech. Wow. That passed, okay. I mean, the research method likely involves complex logic, including side effects like enqueuing jobs. You'll want to test, okay. When the research is not in progress, updates the research item. So this is a test I'm not going to worry about right now. And this is also like, we would have to write, I think we just write this for each one. Let's just pop this in here for a second. Yes, we do. Determine nation create technology, create nation. It updates the nation age based on technology. Technology update farming true. Let's see if that passes. Okay. It should have failed. We typically want to write tests to fail. So let's make this one fail first. Update nation based on okay. Update technology update farming is true. Determine the age. Expect the age to be agricultural. Let's just make it fail for a second. So instead, we'll say farming goes to bronze. This should cause it to fail. Yep, we expected agricultural, but we got bronze. Sweet. We have to make the other tests fail too. That one was sorry. Which other test? Where am I? Oh, this guy. When research is in progress, when it's not in progress. Where's my research in progress? If we switch this, that's the opposite of everything now, so we would expect these tests to fail. That one test to fail. Okay. Expected true got false, expected false got true. Exactly. So, again, we made those fail for the right reasons. There we go. One thing about this technology spec, it says add more tests for different technologies in their corresponding ages. We would do that here. So would we really just run this again and again and again, but with different values there? I think that that's fine for now. Excuse me. The test that I skipped was the actual research. When research is not in progress, it updates the research item. Oh. Describe research context. When research is not in progress, it updates the research item. So to make this one fail, I mean, it's just expecting it not to be nil. Yeah, that would make sense. But no, this test doesn't make sense because when we create a technology, we're automatically research. Let me just double check that. In our set default values, we're setting here. So this test actually doesn't work because we're checking, hey, this research item, and we're setting research item here by default. So that test will always pass so as long as that method works. So for now, I'm gonna just remove that and just keep it. We have this basic determine age. It's just checking the first one in that constant. It's not gonna check every age. Because if this one fails, I think that's decent enough test coverage for that. And of course, our research in progress test, that one is a good one to have because I've kind of messed that one up before. I think that does us pretty good. So for now, that's pretty cool. We've added our technology model. It's nearly up to date. We'll have to activate these other methods that call other models later when we get to that part of the code. And then we'll have to write those tests when we get there, of course, as well. I guess if we wanted to really do TDD properly, we would write tests for this stuff first and just go in that route. I guess we can go in the route of doing our research job, and we could start testing for this. It would not make sense to do this next because military manager is related to military, is related to a whole bunch of other stuff, and there's a very big chance that I'm going to completely rewrite the whole military stuff. So yeah, maybe the next step would be, let's get our jobs done, our background jobs. We could do that next and test for that next. That's one option. Or we can continue to just port over models one by one from the old app and just test them. Like, for example, next we could do economy, which here we go. Here's our context. So the economy model, for example, all the economy model does is belongs to nation. We have some default values, but no, we want to get rid of that because let's go to our schema here and look at economies. Sorry, economies. Did we not have? Hey, wait a second here. Wait a second here. How do we not have an economies table? We do. But why don't we have an economies table in did I spell it wrong? Yeah, I spelled it wrong. Our GDP default value is 0.0. So that means we don't need to do the set default value thing. We just have the calculate GDP and the relationship to nation. So that's a really easy one to implement. So a lot of these models are going to be easier to implement in the new test-driven API until we get to see like Alliance. Alliance is like decent. I thought we already had that. No, just we do, but we just have that stuff. We don't have the methods in there, which is fine because we want to rewrite and refactor those anyway. And war stuff too. Budget, that's an easier one. Military manager. Defense, offense. Yeah, the military stuff is going to get simulate battle. That stuff's going to get a little more complicated. Treasury is another good one. That's an easy one to get into. So maybe we'll go the background jobs. I don't remember exactly how I did background jobs. Because it's been a minute here. It's empty. Let's look in our technology model. We have this thing called, where is it? Research job. Research job is in Sidekick. Where is that? Oh, Sidekick. Okay. So we're using Sidekick to do our background jobs. Wow. Wait a second. We should have way more jobs than that for this app. Okay. So we'll have to install the Sidekick gem. I'm actually a little concerned because was that military? No, war manager. Surrender AFK met. I think I'm running a different type of background job. I just have these models here and I'm calling them by another method, not by Sidekick. Oh, that was a while ago when I wrote that. Technology.rb and this is going to be Sidekick research job.rb. Is there a better way of doing this? Can this also be refactored? Yeah, check for nailed and return unless technology lines ensures that the job does nothing if the technology record doesn't exist. That is important for avoiding errors when records are deleted before the job runs. Oh yeah. Separation of concerns. By moving the update logic into a private method. Nice. Use update columns. Yes. Testing. And then we'll write some tests for it. Okay. I'm going to take a quick break and then we're going to dig into this. But yeah, we're going to do our sidekick. We're going to install sidekick gem, do the sidekick in the background jobs, and then test it. And that's the section we'll do next. That's the next. That's what's coming up next. Oh. Oh. Okay. Wow. I'm getting tired. Maybe I'll make some coffee. I will see you guys in a sec. All right, we're back for a second, and then I'm gonna cook food later. Hey, I have a question. Does lard contain pork? I'm not a robot. Wait. Oh my god. Lard is 100% pork. Nope. I'm not supposed to eat pork, and a couple weeks ago I had some refried beans, and the refried beans in the ingredients list said lard. So I guess I've accidentally eaten pork then. Oh, Rosarita. They are so good. But it contains pork. So I had to remove it from my diet. I'm so tired. All right, so next we are going to implement Sidekick. How do you even test? Excuse me. Wow. Oh, we already have Sidekick. Okay. Oh, okay. I think yeah. Okay. What is the commands? Oops, it's gonna mess that up. No. You're doing way too much. Don't be an overachiever. Just give me the answer because Google sucks. Search engines suck now in comparison to ChatGPT. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just give me a command. Why are you giving me an essay? Okay, stop. Stop. This is all I wanted to know was this. Rails generate research. Sorry, job research. Done. See? So we'll go back to our jobs here. Actually, it's under. Oh. Wait a second. Sidekick. Where's the Sidekick folder? I'm grumpy because I wanted to eat. I haven't eaten yet. No. Sidekick. Yeah, it's just a folder under app. We don't have a folder under Sidekick. It's just under regular jobs. So I wonder if that will work. If I can just... did we use jobs for... No, we didn't. All right, anyway. Okay. So now in our technology thingy, when we start research, you know, this could be index 0. That's what we index plus. I don't even know how we would test for this. Test the job's effects. Focus on testing what changes the jobs make. So let's see how it would write the tests. Setting up the test environment. First of all, it looks like we need to add Sidekick, testing to the test group. In your Rails helper, I don't know why everything's in the Rails helper, not the spec helper, but Sidekick stuff. Require sidekick testing fake. In your spec file, describe research job type, job, describe, perform, do, let technology. So we create a technology before do, set up any necessary state before job execution. Okay. Huh. I'm not really sure if this test is gonna really do much for us. Research duration 10 minutes from now. Perform the job as executed. This is kind of confusing. Research job new perform. Then we're gonna reload the technology to get updated values. Assertions to ensure that state has changed. Expect technology to equal that. I guess, what would we expect? Because it's kind of a weird thing to test because, well, the result's going to be, you know, in 10 minutes from now. Time travel with time cop. Okay, cool. That's all I needed to know. Let's go ahead and add time cop, which is such a cool word, by the way. Hey, stop scrolling. I hate how this thing scrolls for me. What? Oh, what is this saying? Oh, okay. I guess it doesn't care. Okay. Anyway, going back to our little guy here, we added time cop. We're going to require time cop. It looks like we're going to require time cop in our research job spec. There we go. We have this. Yep. Set time travel to when the job is supposed to be executed. That's so cool. Reload. Assertions. Manually trigger scheduled jobs. That's also an option. Yes. Okay, so in that case, we would expect. So, what are we actually doing here? We're just. Okay, there's a problem. Okay, we're expecting. Okay. We are expecting research item. Oh, shit. We're expecting the attribute research item to equal. What are we expecting it to equal? I'm actually like, let's go back to when we actually call this method. Okay, research duration, and we're sending it ID. Okay. So we're getting the technology from the ID. The technology determine the age. Technology.research item. So it should be equal to whatever the okay. So actually research item. This is gonna be weird, but technology dot research item will now be, I think, I don't know. Or brain power. God damn. I like can't think at all. I know. Let's go back here for a second. We're expecting, I mean, from a very manual perspective, like it should be domestication. It should literally be that string. So I guess let's just run that test. And hopefully it fails. R spec, jobs. Oh, look at that. Okay. Missing, whoa, okay. First of all, missing attribute error. Can't write unknown attribute fire. I'm not quite sure what that means. Research item is a string, right? Can't write unknown attribute. Something else must be happening here. Research job 16. This is the problem. What is the original? So we would perform technology item equals true. I'm not sure why we have that, but we say technology, we find the technology, we determine that the item equals technology.research item. Oh, then we set technology item. Yeah. Update columns item, which is that, and we want to set it to true. That makes sense. Can't write unknown attribute. The other weird thing is item technology.research item. Why am I using values instead of keys? Start research. Oh god, this is so complicated. Start research on the next technology. Next technology is find next technology. Technology gets its keys to tech self.tech. Okay. This is actually kind of a mess, to be honest. This is like not... Okay, whatever. So... This is weird. Start research. All right, we're going to update research item to be the new item. Can't we just call this new tech? This is kind of confusing that it's just technology. What's this doing here? It's confusing that I'm calling it technology. Next technology, find next tech. Return, start next technology. Start research on next technology. So this should really be next technology. So we're going to start the research on the next technology. Research duration, research start time. This is why it was confusing. Next tech. New technology. Next tech, we're going to iterate that +1. New technology, we're setting to true, but why? Yeah, we're not technology to true. Where are we doing that? I'm pretty sure this makes absolutely no sense because we don't want to set the new technology to true. That's what the research job is supposed to do. Update columns, item to true. Okay, anyway, not that that makes any difference to what's happening here. Can't write unknown attribute. Missing attribute error. So the problem here is it's using the value instead of the key. So that will change too, but it's using the value instead of the key over here. Item equals technology.research item. And research item is new technology, which is coming from next technology, which is tech keys. No, it is using the keys. Technology.advances.keys index new technology. It is using the, I think it's using the value. And that's the problem with this method here. What did the OG method look like? Yeah. Well, I know what the issue is, but I'm not quite sure how to fix this. It's I think here, index technology advances keys index new technology. Let me see if I can open up terminal and can I even see something here? No, because we don't have any tech. Oh, okay. All right, add tech. Okay, so if I were to do technology dot advances dot keys dot index fire. Yeah. Hate to do this, but need to see what's going on here. Okay. Fire is this one. No. But this returns 0 when I use just the string. I don't understand. So domestication is going to return 1. It does, yeah. Okay. It's returning a number. So that's fine, because then we're just doing that number plus 1. That's all that's for. Index plus 1. So we have our new technology, which comes from that parameter. This just gives us our index of plus 1, start time, and then duration. We're getting rid of that. This is the part where I'm a little confused. Tech equals fire. Technology dot advances dot keys. That's why it returns that. Tech. What is tech then? You know what I mean? Oh, for each sig tech. Okay, I see what's happening here. Oh, where self does not have that. All right. So yeah. So this is going to the keys like that we see in the terminal window on the left. And then we're just detecting for each one of those in that array, detect that is false. Of course, this only works because it's in order. So finding the next technology, it's going to find the first one that's false in that array, and it's going to return a string. Then we're going to return, then we're going to do our start research with that string. It's going to get that index with that string. Everything else here is correct. All right, so this method is, none of these three methods are the problem. So that gets us back into here. We find the technology by the ID, we get it. We're gonna update it, update technology. And the way we're gonna update that here is we're gonna say item is technology.research item, which is stored. Technology.update the columns, that item to true. And then we're going to run determine age. This checks out as well. So when we look at our test here, again, that fails. It's trying to write the value fire to something. I tried my best to go through and figure out where it's getting the value fire from. You're trying to dynamically set an attribute or something. Yeah, that is what's happening. Refactoring the research job, assuming each technology advance. Whoa. Like fire is a Boolean column. It is. That is correct. That is what it is. Yeah. So that's where that issue was. Find by ID. Return unless technology. Okay. Then we're saying item equals technology.research item to symbol true if technology.respond to. What is this little thing doing here? Yeah, I could save it as a JSON, but that'll be a project for another time. I understand converting this back to a symbol in our research job here. Why do we have to say if technology respond to? I don't understand what that second part is doing. But let's just write this here for a second. Run this here. Sorry, one more time. Research job performs the job and changes attributes as expected. Okay, it's the same error. Yeah, right, an attribute fire. I guess I wish my binding.pry would work here. It doesn't. Okay. All right, let's go back to our spec and let's require pry. And let's go. Binding.pry right here. And just see if we can. Well, is it actually going to binding pry? No, I don't think so. Ah, what is item? It's fire. And of course, this is just going to make that a symbol. It's stupid. Yeah. So that is our problem there. So this changing this to a symbol doesn't do anything for us. Technology coming, when this is coming in, it's coming in as a string, which we don't want. So cancel this. All right, let's just, before we even do an update here, let's do a binding bright in there. Oh, you don't want to let me do that? Yeah, because we're not. Research. Oh wait, hold on. What is going on here? We're just testing the job here. Yeah, I get that this is, we don't want to use, you know, for this research item, we're not trying to use the full friggin' string. By next technology. So for example, my next technology, where's that? Next technology. Asshole. I don't know, you'd think that this would be getting called here. Find the next technology. Tech self. I mean, this is also not going to bright. It's not going to work that way. Advances keys detect. God, that's so annoying. Well, we have this, right? Okay. Technology.last. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, self. Okay. Okay. Let me. I know it's a word that I'm not allowed to use. Currency. And and it is giving us a string without, it is giving us the key, not the value. So find next technology. So that's that value that's going into here. Index equals, we're only getting the index so we can iterate on it up here. We're updating research item to be research tech, which in this case is currency. On this, in this one. So that's going to be a key. Well, of course, that's what it is there, but we don't know what it's actually being set as. Okay. Back in our research job, do a binding dot pry right up here. That should stop us. And when I say, let's just do it from here. research item is set to the emoji, as well as next tech. Okay. Okay. That's why. Yeah. This is literally why right here. If we were to just do this, it would actually pass. That causes maybe another issue. Oh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So again, research item technology advances. We're just literally setting it to the value of this key. So actually what we'd probably, this is a temporary solution. I don't like this at all, but that should not have the same issue. Cool. This is a little harder than I thought. So actually what this should be is domestication. And of course this is still going to fail. So the research job did not execute properly because it is supposed to update item technology equals technology update columns item true. Okay. Actually, what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to stay domestication should equal true. So it's not actually updating domestication to true, like this should be doing right here. So let's take a look at technology. Domestication is false. Next tech is domestication. Research item is fire. Yes. Research tech. This does need to be set to true here. I understand what that is now. So research item is research tech. So research item is fire. It actually should not be fire. Next tech. Research tech, start research, next technology. Find next technology. Detect where tech is false. This should be returning domestication. Next tech. Start research, next technology. Next technology is domestication. This is not updating here. Start research, the research item. Yeah, I think that was why. Because I commented out that line. Oh, okay. Next tech is domestication. Research item is fire. Yeah, wait, that should be updated. Research item should be domestication. Next tech should be the next thing. So that's the issue. I'm gonna end the stream because I gotta make some lunch. But this is where it gets boring and challenging. But anyways, I will see you guys next time.